Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. Paladins, the team-based free-to-play first-person shooter, has finally made it onto PS4 and Xbox One. At this point, you'll have one of three reactions. 1. Oh, a new game, let's check it out. 2. Free-to-play? You mean pay to bloody win? Or 3. Is this an Overwatch rip-off? Well, I'm here to look at those questions, but more importantly, here are 9 reasons to give Paladins a try on your console. Let's start off with a quick overview. You are one of 5 team members tasked with claiming and defending a siege engine. Standing in close proximity to the cart allows it to roll forward with the payload. Hold the other team off for long enough and you win. It's that simple if you want it to be. It kinda sounds like another game, doesn't it?
What are you looking at?
Each team needs balance to be successful, and to achieve this there are 25 heroes, champions, in 4 typical playstyles to pick from. These are frontline, damage, flank and support. Your frontliners have the most health and their primary role is to protect the payload and defend objectives. They are usually bullet sponges with shields and short range weaponry. The damage dealers are here to shoot the shit out of the enemy, forcing them to act defensively. The supports are the healers of the group, although they can do a bit of fighting as well too. And finally, the flankers are here to skirt around the enemy and shoot them in the back like a true hero would. Let's deal with that elephant in the room. Paladins and Overwatch are very similar, aren't they? The game modes, the characters, the art style are very close to one another, and damn it, even the music in Paladins reminds me of Overwatch. But I'm going to stick my neck out and hope no one chops it off and say Paladins is more than an Overwatch clone. If you're a DC and Marvel fan, you should be familiar with Deathstroke and Deadpool. Well, DC's Deathstroke first appeared in 1980, and Marvel's Deadpool was created in 1991 as a direct rip-off of Deathstroke. Even the characters' real names, Slade Wilson and Wade Wilson. I bet you're thinking, what's your point, Adam? Well, my point is look at how different the characters are today, Deadpool in particular.
Cue the music.
That is due to the added depth the character has, and I'm not saying this will happen with Overwatch and Paladins, but I am saying there is more depth currently in Paladins, if you're willing to look for it. A great way Paladins distances itself from Overwatch is via a card system similar to those found in a typical MOBA like Paragon or Dota 2. As you play the game, you'll start to unlock chests, yes, like Overwatch, but the items you find inside are not always cosmetic items. These cards can subtly change the way you play the game, giving you health boosts or quicker ability cooldowns to name a few. This allows you to build a unique character, so when you go one-on-one with the same champion, you may be able to stand and fight long enough to kill your opponent, or pop a defensive action and live to fight another day. This is a gigantic system of variables and nuances which Overwatch hasn't even considered for its audience. That's what I mean by depth. One of the greatest things about Overwatch is the ability to change characters constantly to shift the battle in your favour. Well, Paladins does not allow you to change your characters during the match. What you and your team chooses from the outset remains there for the full fight. At first, this stressed me out no end, as playing with randoms would result in massively unbalanced teams. But Paladins does have a way around this, an item purchasing system to upgrade your character before each round or after each death. If your damage dealers aren't pulling their weight, then upgrade your character to deal additional damage to rebalance your team. Take Fernando. I would usually use this chap to defend the payload, but some of the damage dealers in my team were a bit shit to say the least, so I turned him into a wrecking ball to try and change the fight into our favour. I'm not saying I'm very good, I'm just saying the nuances are there to help out different areas of your team.
Double kill.
Paladins is constantly changing, receiving updates and adding champions. Approximately 1 champion is added each month, which drastically changes the battlefield and keeps the game feeling fresh. The influences of each character is pretty obvious, whether that's because it's a direct copy of a character's likeness, such as a tree named Grover, who I'm sure is pretty heavily inspired by Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. The Overwatch rip-offs are here too, and good old region-specific stereotypes make an appearance too. In their defense though, it's hard to find a game which is truly original. Heck, even Overwatch was considered a Team Fortress rip-off a long time ago. I even called Hanzo Mitsurugi when I first started playing Overwatch. The pay to win question will always arise if you're getting something for nothing. It's definitely the right way to think about things. There's even a saying that goes along with it. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. As recent as April, there has been allegations of pay to win in Paladins from the community. I looked more in depth at this, and from what I can gather, a tweak to the Essence system, which is one of the game's revenue structures, is harder to obtain in the quantities needed to unlock the high-end cards. Is it still possible? Yeah, of course it is, but the levels of grind needed to achieve that has ramped up. The core mechanics have not been touched, and the gameplay remains solid throughout. Of course, you can pay to cut down your grind time, but ultimately this is not pay to win. This may change in future as the game receives regular updates, as I said, but nope, at present this is not pay to win. I've got to admit, from the outset I had no intention of playing this game, and if it cost money, nope, I would not have bought it because I was firmly in the belief that Paladins is a rip-off of Overwatch. But I'm bloody glad I tried it. It's free, so you should try it too. I can't think of a reason not to. It's even better with friends, and you are rewarded for playing with your mates, and the game becomes far more entertaining when you can shout abuse at your best mate for playing his class wrong. If that's not enough to make you try Paladins, then I have one last thing to send you over the edge. Horses. Yeah, mounts are here to get you back into the fight faster. I know it's not a great reason, but f it, it's my list. Horses are cool. I may even try to unlock the unicorn. I never thought I'd say something like that. So I've gone from being in resolute opposition to Paladins to an ambassador for people to try it. What do you think? Have you played for longer than 5 minutes before judging this one? Keep in mind it's still a beta, so yeah, there's a few bugs I've neglected to mention. Without a doubt, Paladins is heavily influenced by Overwatch, but the depth it offers if you stick around long enough to see it is damn impressive. Please let me know your thoughts and maybe let's start a debate below. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. I'll see you next time.